All right, so recently I've come across a lot of videos that are like kind of these YouTube gurus going on about YouTube being like an unlimited money glitch, and all you got to do is just make YouTube videos. Like, just hit record and make a YouTube video and you'll be a millionaire. Like, YouTube is so easy. It's never been easier. It's like a slap in my face because to me, YouTube is a very challenging thing to form a career out of. Like, there's so much that goes into it. You need a killer idea. You need a killer thumbnail. You need a killer title. And the content on the inside of the video needs to be killer. Like, if you want to make it, you know, or else you'll just be average, or like me, just below average. You'll just be like a small-time creator. And the reason it pisses me off so much is because these big creators kind of give a false reality of the reality of making YouTube videos itself, and like how much effort goes into making a quality video that isn't super cheap or clickbaity, you know, trying to sell somebody something, or just a straight up lie, you know? I feel like if you just make a bunch of bullshit and slap a really pretty thumbnail on it and a bullshit title on it, it'll get way more views than something that's like extremely relatable or helpful to somebody. Just because the person that's making that extremely relatable or helpful video probably isn't the type of person that cares about every single view that they could possibly get. So those videos will naturally have technically less effort into them, but more heart put into them, you know? It's kind of like a weird duality between the two. But I kind of just wanted to talk about how bullshit I find some of these claims about YouTube being this like dream job and how easy it is to accomplish, kind of through sharing my own story and things that I deal with being a small-time creator who's trying to take this full-time. You know, just for a reference, I eat, sleep, dream, live YouTube. Like, it's all I care about. I have no other avenue. I don't want to do anything else in my life besides YouTube. Like, that is my dream job. It is my job that will be a reality, but the reality of that is that I have to basically spend every single waking moment to even have a shot because of what I'm born with, you know? I'm not trying to say that I was born with any limits. I think I'm actually born with a lot of advantages that help me with YouTube and just qualities that I have as a person. But I think what a lot of these people don't tell you guys about is the reality of like negative comments and the reality of juggling what type of content to make, you know? Do you want to make something that you truly love, or do you want to make something that'll get a higher view count and will make other people happy? You know, there's like this weird balance where a lot of people get to a certain point where you get a couple hundred comments coming in about a video that touched a lot of people or helped a lot of people or impressed a lot of people, but you hated making it, you know? And then you're going to keep making that video because it impressed a lot of people. These are just things you're going to come across the bigger your YouTube channel gets, you know? And a lot of YouTubers are introverted. Like, can you handle being on a camera? You know, having a faceless YouTube channel, you have a way lower chance of blowing up because there's like that disconnect, you know? People are just hearing a voice. I feel like a lot of people care about seeing a face, you know? And that's quite ironic because this video most likely won't have a face cam on it, but you better have a damn relatable voice that's very damning on people because, you know, a lot of people can't handle being on camera for a couple hundred videos. Like, it takes a very long time. I feel like it's not something you could just spend 100 hours on and like make a life out of it, you know? I've spent tens of thousands of hours on my YouTube channel and I don't even have 3,000 subscribers. Just to put that into perspective, like, I've been trying to do this for literally a decade now, and I know I'm very young, so I was doing dumb shit when I was like 12 or 13 or whatever, but I've been wanting this dream for a very long time and I've had very little success. And a lot of that is due to me just not wanting to sell out. You know, there's a weird moral battle too with YouTube where, you know, once you see dollar signs, a lot of people just bend their morals and not care. But for me, it's like, how can I make a video that will relate to people the absolute most and not feel like I robbed their time or gave them something that they didn't think they were clicking on? You know, I feel like every time somebody clicks on my video, I want them to get exactly what they thought they were going to get. You know what I'm saying? And across this platform, I'm sure those of you watching this video have experienced it where you click on something and you're like, what the fuck is this? This guy just scammed 2 minutes of my life. Like, this is nothing. This is not what I wanted to watch, you know? But you'll look at that video and it'll have hundreds of thousands of views and that person's making a living off the platform. And the videos can be very low effort, which will also make you think like, oh my God, I could fucking do this. You know, that's where a lot of the streamers, the influencers, the YouTubers, that's where a lot of the viewers go, oh my God, I could definitely do this. Like, this is fucking easy. But there's so much more that goes into it mentally. You know, you always hear people say, and I don't back this up at all, but there's a lot of people that say being a YouTuber or being a streamer is way harder than a 9-to-5. I believe mentally it is absolutely true. Physically, these motherfuckers are lying out of their ass. They're lazy motherfuckers. All these motherfuckers are just ordering fast food and like sitting on their ass most most days, but mentally it can kind of tear you up, you know, like it really can. I've straight up cried over YouTube videos where I've spent like 50 hours on a video and I was like, oh my God, people are going to love this. Like, this is going to be it. This is going to be what blows me up. And that video gets 50 views. Like, I straight up spent 50 fucking hours creating the video and I got a view per hour of work I put in. That is the reality. Like, that is actually what it's going to be. For those of you that are my size YouTuber, or maybe even bigger, or maybe even smaller, or maybe even thinking about making a YouTube video, a YouTube channel rather, I want you to keep that in mind, because it is not sunshine and rainbows for a very long time. And you might have it. You might just have the bug. Some people make it in YouTube within a year. Within a year, they've built up a channel. They've got thousands of subscribers, or tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands, and they just kind of had the bug for it. And a lot of those people have like a crazy talent or a skill, you know? Like, I really don't feel like I have a skill, like a defined skill. I'm not super attractive, so I can't really use my face, which if you're extremely handsome or pretty watching this video, that is a skill straight up on this YouTube shit. If you have a pretty face, that is a skill. I'm not amazing at talking, but I can get by, you know? That's why I talk. I talk because I took advanced classes in high school based on English so that I would be a little bit more profound than the average person. So I talk. That's like my thing that I stick to. And I tell jokes in a lot of my older videos because I figured maybe if they like my jokes, I could blow up. You know, maybe if people think I'm funny. But for the vast majority of people, you know, 90% of people are just normal. We're just average people. We don't really have that defined skill, you know? We're just trying to figure it out. Like, I'm not a mechanic. I can't make mechanic videos, you know? I think that's also a good thing to point out if you do have a skill. Like, if you're watching this video and you have an absolute skill, you know, you're a carpenter, you're an electrician, you're a mechanic, you know biology, you're a this major, you're a that major, you know finances, you know, like, you have to use your strengths. I feel like a lot of people just get out here and try to be a Mr. Beast, or try to be a Speed, or try to be a Logan Paul, you know, like try to be a Vanos Gaming, you know, people try to be these channels that blew up in a time where they had that opportunity, you know, like now if you tried to be Mr. Beast, it's just you're Mr. Beast, like you're trying to be another Mr. Beast. When you're a small creator and or haven't even made your channel yet, when you're looking for inspiration, you look for things that already exist. Like, that's just what you do, you know? Like, I pull a lot of inspiration, not really on these videos. This is kind of like a little sub niche where you play like an older video game and you say some real shit over the microphone. That's kind of what I'm going for here. But in a lot of my older videos, I pulled a lot of inspiration from FaZe Jev, which you'll probably be able to hear in my commentaries, maybe not, but probably. And people like Penguin Zero, just, you know, the relatability of an average man just being real as fuck, you know? But anyways, that was kind of a tangent. But what I'm trying to say is this shit is like very challenging and hard. And there's a real reason that 0.01% of YouTubers make it, you know, like there's a reason for that, you know? If you go to be a McDonald's worker, there's a 90% chance you'll be successful, you know? If you go be an electrician, there's a 50% chance you'll be successful. If you go be a teacher, there's a 30% chance you'll be successful. If you want to be a doctor, there's a 20% chance you'll be successful. If you want to be a YouTuber or a streamer, you're looking at like 0.001%, you know? Just for reference, for Twitch, the top 1% of streamers make over 90% of the revenue across the platform. The top 1%. The top 0.1% probably make over half. I don't know the actual statistic on that one though, so I might be bullshitting. I just want to let you guys know from the point of view of somebody that has put in the hours and has put in the true effort and has seen little success but not a lot. I just want you guys to understand that a lot of these YouTubers are absolutely bullshitting. And if you want this for a career, or you want to take a shot at this just even for a hobby, you have to really put in the fucking hours and learn the website, because it's strange. It's not like anything you've ever seen before, especially if you're not completely familiar with the internet. And it's a straight up struggle for me, you know? This is my second job when I get home. If you're thinking you could just spend an hour a day at this, you can't. It's not one of those things. You really can't. Like, I get home at 5 and I try to pursue this from 5 to 9 p.m. before I go to sleep. I spend every waking moment working, and I haven't made it, you know? Like, usually you hear the guy saying that, like the David Goggins and all those guys, those motivational guys. It's like, you have to spend every living moment working at this goal. And I have, and I haven't made it. So if you think you could just roll off your couch and hit record and just talk some bullshit, have no fucking editing, no thumbnail, you know, you don't know titles because you're not really in the YouTube verse and you're not really learning how the platform works, I'm sorry to break it to you, but your shit's not going to fucking make it. It's not going to cut it. That's just straight up what it is. I feel like there's not really any YouTubers addressing that, you know? Like, most of the YouTubers talk about how glamorous the journey is when it fucking sucks and it's super gritty and dirty and hard. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to get my feelings out about this because it frustrates me. I feel like they're kind of spitting on people like me, and I subscribe to tons of small creators that deserve 100 times what they have, and I'm sure a lot of them will end up getting it. But I subscribe to a lot of these people, and I'm just like, man, you deserve so much more than the dude with 5 million subs. I can't fucking believe that the world works this way where that person can get that many subs just for bullshitting and lying on the internet, or making videos that little kids want to watch, which is just a business model. But to me, it's kind of bullshit. I don't know. You're kind of like exploiting kids and whatever, using people that are naive to your advantage. But I'm kind of ranting. I'm sorry. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. YouTube's hard, but it is an amazing job. You get to make your own schedule. It's a dream job for a reason. So don't let this video discourage you. Just get out there and do your absolute best. Like put in as much effort as you possibly can. Eat, sleep, drink, repeat this fucking platform, and I promise it'll work out and you'll start finding success. And the growth on YouTube is exponential. You'll go from 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000, And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.